We're in Nogal, New Mexico on May the 25th, 2025 at 9:23 a.m. Temperature shows to be 74 degrees and it's a nice day. But I'm at the intersection of Slane Avenue and Highway 37, which goes to Ruidoso. There used to be a little uh, grocery store kind of thing here on the right. I don't think it's open anymore. It's called Nogal Mercantile, and we've never, or I've never. It's just like an antique shop now, I guess. But I've never really driven around in Nogal, and since it's only a few miles from where I live, I thought, well, hell, I'll drive over here. This is, I can't even read the name of that street. It's called Hawk Rattle. All right. Hawk Rattle, that guy's got 3 dogs right there. You want to be right next to that, don't you? Yeah, I do. Well, we're going down Hawk Rattle, and there's a big creek over here. I imagine they get some flooding in there. Hawk Rattle might be a dead end. I don't know. I don't know what the population of Nogal is. It's not much, I don't think. I thought they had a golf course and country club here, but maybe, well, this is a dead end. This is definitely a, what you call a dead end. Well, so much for Hawk Rattle. Whoops. Is this a street? No, I'm not going to take a chance. I don't know where the hell I am. So let's see if I can back out of here now. Maybe I can. Maybe I can't. Let's see. I don't want to back into that iron fence. And it kind of slopes, doesn't it? Thank God for all-wheel drive. Huh? But here we go. Oops. So if you ever get on Hawk Rattle Street in Nogal, it's kind of a dead end, I guess. There are a few homes for sale here in this area, but the ones I saw on Realtor.com were, 500,000 and up. Yeah, that's where I'd want to live, right there. Let's go down to the left here and see if we can find another street. There's got to be something more than what I've just seen. Okay. Is this a street or does that just go to a house? May just go to the post office. It does. Fortunately, there's no cars behind me or anywhere, so I can take my time. Is this a street? It may go just to that house. Huh. Well, how about that? I can't find it. I was going to show you some of Nogal, New Mexico, but I'm not proficient enough. I don't have a map of the town. There's a pretty building off to the left here. That probably goes somewhere into a neighborhood. But I want to go see this fancy building over here if I can. That's not a street. Well, so much for that plan. Damn. I just knew I'd come over here and drive around the streets. This is Nogal Canyon. Well, let's go through Nogal Canyon. If we can't go anywhere else, we'll go out here. There's a bunch of houses in here. Why? Well, because. See that mailbox there? A bunch of people out here. So let's go. Only downside, it's a gravel road, but that's not too bad. Because we'll just go slow. But it's a pretty place. It is. Beautiful view right here. And it's all cedar though. That's the downside for me, because in season that cedar pollen will really make you sneeze. We'll see what we got for houses in here. I imagine we got a lot of double wides and stuff like that. Why? Well, that's a pretty economical way to live. You know, getting a site-built home done today is pretty daggum expensive if you can find somebody to do it. Let me rephrase that. If you can find somebody to do it that's reliable. There's a house there. Looks like an Earth ship. Here's one for sale up here. There's a sign. A green sign, or it might be just a lot. They do have some lots for sale, I saw that. But you have to have a water well, septic. That looks like they've got electric here. And, yeah, here it is right here. Better Homes, 575-415-3477. It's got a little slope to it, but not bad. You could get something on that easy. And they've got natural gas. Here's natural gas right here at the street. Huh, interesting. That's the cheapest way to heat out here, I think. And this guy's got a, oh, this is, I don't know, that's water there. But he's got a game fence around his property here, or maybe this is the city property. It says warning. Private property, no trespassing. Well, I can see that you don't want any trespassing. I can see that. He's got a big old metal building down there. And a couple of double wide mobile homes. Isn't this fun? This will be a viral video for sure. But yeah, you can see now, he's got, I don't know what he's got. It's a business down there that he's got fenced in. And maybe they build metal buildings because he's got a lot of stuff. I'm always impressed with how they can get single wide and double wide mobile homes in the locations they're able to get them to. I mean, like this road here, somehow they got a double wide mobile home up that windy road to the top of that hill. Huh? Those guys that drive those trucks must be geniuses. This is another driveway, probably going to the same place. Yeah, they're all over out here. So, but they're not close to the road. Well, here's one. Is that a double wide? I don't know. That's a small home cabin thing. It's hard to do this video because I'm looking left and right and all around trying to see something interesting. But straight ahead, you probably can't see it in the video because it's way off in the distance. But right on top of those hills, straight ahead, are homes. Now, everybody wants to be on a mountaintop. Well, in the winter, when the wind is blowing 50 miles an hour out of the north, I don't know. This place here, it says Apple Valley Ranch. Okay. Nogal, New Mexico. Got some old horse trailers down there. You couldn't see them anyway. But yeah, it's just a nice little Sunday drive here on Memorial Day weekend 2025. And I was thinking, well, you never know. Now see, here comes a local. He'll be coming down this road 75 miles an hour. He's not done too bad. What's going on, Vato? Oh, I'm gonna turn around. I don't want to go much further. I thought maybe. Let's see. No, it says Zia Natural Gas, so they do have natural gas available out here, and that's a surprise. This is a really rural community here, and see, there's a place down here. Well, he built right, but one more he put it right beside the road here. That's a site built, I believe. Well, I'm gonna turn this baby around. Nobody behind me, nobody in front. So let's do this thing right now. Better go a little further, Rusty. Okay, put it in reverse. Cut it sharp as you can. Go on back. And then go off the ditch over here. That'd be good. Okay, see, there's nothing to this, guys. But it's a pretty view driving around out here in these mountains. Just a nice Sunday drive, guys, in Nogal, New Mexico. Who would have thought we would have been in Nogal, New Mexico on a day like this? Isn't that a pretty view, though? Is it pretty or purty? It's pretty purty. Yeah, they got a double wide right up there on that hill. Yeah, you may say this about county maintained gravel roads. If you go up and down them every day for, let's say you got a mile each way, it'll wear your tires out quick. That gravel just eats them up. How do I know that? Well, I lived out on a Terlingua ranch many years ago, and I was about 3 miles off the highway down a road from hell, and yeah, it was tough. But I enjoyed it at the time. I mean, I was in the mood to live there, and I enjoyed it. And you know, we change as we get older. You know, our likes and dislikes change a little bit. I used to hate dill pickles, but I don't mind them too much now. And olives, I used to not like olives. But now, you know, on a pizza or something, I like olives. Or a sandwich. Here's that lot again. The realtor's name was Tommy Papas. Well, Papas is potatoes in Spanish, I think. I think it is. Well, guys, I wanted to go over. There's a big old building out there on the right. Well, when I turn here, it'll be on the right. But there's no road. Well, there's got to be a road to get there. I just don't know where it is. I was thinking it would be in town. There I go thinking again. Ooh, 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 bump, bump, bump. It might be a house. It could be. I'll show you if I can. Come on, boy, get going here. All right, here we go. Isn't this a beautiful view as we make this turn here? Look at this. How about that? But off to the right, you see that big building right there? I guess that's a house. Well, it looks like a country club or something. Well, maybe a horse barn? It is, it's a horse barn. It's a big horse barn. Is this a road here? I mean, they gotta have a way to get there, don't they? Well, it's a road, but it's got a gate locked right after you turn in. Well, so much for driving around in Nogal. If you don't know your way around, you ain't gonna find poo-poo. We're gonna try one more street. Yeah, I hear you. Famous last words. Is this a street? It looks like a street. Feels like a street. Must be a street. Uh-oh. Is this a dead end? There's a big old stucco home there, an old one. And then one right across the street. Here comes a What kind of dog is that? A chow? I believe that's, I was bit by a chow one time when I was a kid, a red one. And this is an old abandoned house here. It's an old good one. That's what you call a fixer-upper. But you know, you get something like that and fix it up, you probably come out all right. You know, this just goes to these houses here, I think. Here's a place here, a lot. Well, this goes, there's a, you know, something tells me, well, shit, let's go. I'm telling you, boy, I prayed this. Well, did this owner build this bridge, or is this a city? Because it dead ends, I think, right here. When we cross this bridge, it does. Can I turn around? Well, that's a damn good question. So we'll cross the bridge. It's a good bridge, I'll give you that. It looks like I can turn around. Yeah, this is a privated property, I guess. Well, guys, it's just hard to get around here in Nogal, New Mexico. If you don't know where you're going, I don't know if I'm gonna make this turnaround or not. Well, maybe. I'll give it a maybe. I mean, yo, go car, go. Oh, we want to get on the bridge. We don't want to go off the side, Rusty. That's a good way to go, though. It's a nice bridge. And very sturdy feeling. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you have just seen not much of Nogal, New Mexico on Memorial Day weekend 2025 at 9:41 a.m. The only thing I've seen that interests me is this big old stucco home. At one time, I'm sure that was the local palace, you know, because it's got all kind of pretty exterior lights. You can't see them, and I'm not going to get out and go there because that chow is licking its lips. Well, so let's go down to the Nogal store or mercantile and read some signs. And now I'm right on a curve here. Here comes a car. Beautiful views around here. Okay, now we got to go before another car comes. Come on, car, let's go. Okay, let's go down. There's the post office right there. They do have a local post office. I'm sure the best job in this whole town is the postmasters. So let's go here. Years ago, I'd come by here on the weekend sometime, and this whole area would be jammed with motorcycles, and they'd be hanging out here at this place here called Nogal Mercantile. It says it was established in 1880. It's got all kind of signs, you know, that they've collected, and there's no bicycle up there, and they got a sign pointing to El Paso, but I don't think it's open at all anymore. But anyway, guys, from Nogal Mercantile at 9:42 a.m. Thumbs up. Carpe diem. Adios. Bye-bye. Buy anything you want. But if you're going to buy something from Amazon, use the Amazon link. Drink plenty of water. Stretch, walk, stand guard at the door of your mind. And if you're in the area here, drop by the Nogal Mercantile and park. Enjoy your life. Adios.